Everyone, and thank you for being here today. Have you ever felt an unexplainable presence around you, a sense of comfort or protection when you needed it most? Maybe it's in the stillness of the night, or perhaps in the warmth of a moment when you felt completely at peace. Today we're diving into something that transcends the ordinary, something that speaks directly to the heart, the idea that angels are watching over us, guiding us, and sending us signs. In the midst of our busy lives, it's easy to overlook the subtle messages that are meant for us, the signs that angels are close, offering their wisdom and comfort. These signs can appear in many forms, often when we need them most, reminding us that we are never truly alone. Join me as we explore 9 powerful signs that angels might be present in your home, and how recognizing these signs can open your heart to the divine guidance that's always with you. Let's embark on this journey together, because sometimes all it takes is a little awareness to invite the angels in. Intuition is often described as the ability to understand something without the need for conscious reasoning. It's that inner knowing, the gut feeling that guides us when we're faced with decisions or moments of uncertainty. Some might call it instinct, others might refer to it as a sixth sense, but whatever name we give it, it is something that connects us to a deeper source of wisdom. This source, many believe, is not just within us, but also around us. It's possible that the subtle feelings we experience, the inner nudges that seem to come out of nowhere, are messages from something beyond our physical world, something divine. For many people, the experience of angels is not something dramatic or overt. Angels do not necessarily appear in grand visions or in a way that's obvious to the naked eye. Instead, their presence is often felt in quiet, almost imperceptible ways. And one of the most common methods they communicate is through intuition. The more attuned we are to these subtle feelings, the more we can recognize the presence of angels in our lives. Imagine a situation where you're faced with a difficult decision. It might be something as small as choosing the right path for your career, or as big as making a life-changing choice. You find yourself torn, uncertain about which direction to take, and yet deep down there is a sense of knowing. It's not something you've consciously worked out, but rather an inner pull or guidance that tells you which option feels right. This feeling may not always be loud or obvious, but it's there, and it's reliable. This is the kind of intuition many believe to be connected to angelic guidance. Angels, according to many spiritual traditions, are messengers of a higher power. They are here to offer help, to support us on our journey, and to guide us through life's challenges. They are not here to control us or to make decisions for us, but rather to help us align with the divine plan that we each have in this world. This guidance often comes in the form of intuitive insights that appear when we are at a crossroads seeking clarity or looking for reassurance. These moments can feel like quiet whispers or gentle nudges, but they can also be the powerful force that pulls us in the direction we need to go. When we experience intuition, it is often described as a sensation that comes from a deeper place within us, a space that transcends our rational mind. It feels different from the regular thoughts that run through our head. There's a sense of calm and certainty that accompanies it, almost as if you're being shown something that is already known to you, something that exists outside of your own mental chatter. This sense of knowing can be understood as angels speaking to us, helping us to see clearly, even when the way ahead seems unclear. Often the challenge lies in distinguishing between intuition and the constant stream of thoughts that bombard us throughout the day. Our minds are full of noise, distractions, and sometimes even fear. The voice of intuition is not loud or overbearing. It's the quiet voice that speaks when we allow ourselves to be still. When we are in tune with our hearts and our inner world, we begin to notice the subtle guidance that angels offer through our intuition. This guidance may come in many forms: a sudden flash of insight, a feeling of warmth or comfort in a particular situation, or a sense of peace that tells you that everything will work out. Sometimes intuition manifests in moments when we feel a deep sense of connection to something larger than ourselves. You might be sitting in a quiet room, perhaps feeling overwhelmed, and then suddenly a sense of peace washes over you. It's not the result of something you did or thought. It's just a feeling that appears, seemingly out of nowhere. This is often how angels communicate with us. They do not need to make themselves known through extravagant displays or dramatic events. Instead, they work through the subtle realm of intuition, where our hearts are more open and receptive. These intuitive moments can sometimes be misinterpreted. We might brush them off as coincidences or ignore them altogether, chalking them up to our imagination or random thoughts. However, when we stop and truly listen to these feelings, we can begin to recognize a pattern, the presence of something guiding us in a particular direction. The more we trust these feelings, the more we allow ourselves to be led by intuition, the more we begin to open ourselves up to the angels who are offering their guidance. One way to deepen our connection with this intuitive guidance is by practicing mindfulness. Being present in the moment, allowing ourselves to quiet the mind, and tuning into our inner feelings can create the space necessary for angelic messages to be received. When we're constantly distracted by the noise of the world around us, it becomes difficult to hear the soft whispers of angels. But when we intentionally create moments of stillness, when we focus on our breath and quiet the chaos within us, we can open ourselves to a clearer connection with the angelic realm. Another way to strengthen our intuition is by paying attention to the signs and symbols that appear in our lives. Angels often speak to us through synchronicities, those moments when seemingly unrelated events line up perfectly, providing us with guidance and confirmation. For example, you might find yourself thinking about a friend, and just moments later you receive a call or a message from them, or you might be contemplating a big decision and see a symbol or a word that resonates with you deeply. These signs are not random. They are part of the communication from angels, gently guiding us on our journey. It's also important to recognize that angels do not necessarily intervene in our lives by forcing us to follow their path. Instead, they provide us with the guidance we need, offering us the opportunity to make choices aligned with our higher good. They trust in our free will, knowing that we have the ability to choose the direction that feels right for us. The role of intuition in this process is vital. When we tune into our inner guidance, we are more likely to make decisions that reflect the wisdom and love of the divine presence that surrounds us. The presence of angels can also be recognized in the way they comfort us during times of stress or sadness. In moments when we feel lost or afraid, we may experience a sudden sense of calm or clarity. This is often a sign that angels are offering their support, wrapping us in a protective and comforting energy. These moments of peace and reassurance may be brief, but they are powerful. They remind us that we are not alone, that we are being cared for, and that there is always a higher source of guidance available to us. As we develop our ability to trust our intuition, we may find that the presence of angels in our lives becomes more apparent. We may notice an increase in the number of moments where we feel guided, where the right answers seem to appear out of nowhere, or where we sense an invisible hand leading us in the direction we need to go. These experiences can be life-changing. They offer us a deeper connection to the divine and an understanding that we are not alone on our journey. There is a saying that goes, "When you ask for help, the angels will answer." The key to receiving their guidance, however, lies in our ability to listen to the quiet, intuitive feelings that arise within us. By trusting these subtle nudges, by allowing ourselves to follow the inner guidance we receive, we can begin to walk in harmony with the angels who are always around us, guiding us, supporting us, and helping us to navigate the twists and turns of life. Synchronicity, a term first coined by the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, refers to the occurrence of two or more events that are meaningfully related, yet have no apparent causal connection. These seemingly chance happenings or coincidences often feel too perfect to be mere random occurrences. They appear at just the right time or in such a way that they seem to provide answers, guidance, or comfort when needed most. It is as if the universe or some unseen force has orchestrated these events to align in a way that supports us. In many spiritual traditions, these synchronistic moments are often seen as signs of angelic presence, a reminder that divine guidance is always around us, guiding us on our path. The concept of synchronicity is a powerful reminder that life is not merely a series of random events, but that there is an underlying order or purpose at play. When we begin to notice synchronicities in our lives, we may realize that we are not as alone as we might think. The angels or divine forces may be actively helping us along our journey, sending us subtle clues and messages that guide us toward the right choices or illuminate the path ahead. One of the most compelling aspects of synchronicity is its timing. It often feels as if these coincidences occur at precisely the right moment, offering us clarity or direction when we need it most. For example, you might be grappling with a tough decision, uncertain about which way to go, and then out of nowhere, a song comes on the radio with lyrics that seem to speak directly to your situation. Or perhaps you've been thinking about a long-lost friend, and within hours you receive a message from them after years of no contact. These are not random coincidences. They are examples of synchronicity. In these moments, it's important to pause and reflect. What is the message here? What is the universe or the angels trying to tell you? Often, synchronicities are not simply occurrences of chance. They carry meaning, serving as signs that we are on the right path, or that something important is about to unfold in our lives. They might be nudging us to take action, to change direction, or to simply pay attention to the subtle shifts happening around us. These signs are invitations to open our hearts and minds to the possibility that there is something greater than ourselves at work, something that is guiding us toward our highest good. Synchronicities can also appear as symbols, seemingly unrelated events that hold a deeper connection when we take the time to look closely. A particular number sequence may keep appearing in your life, such as seeing the same number over and over again, whether it's on clocks, license plates, or receipts. This could be a sign from the angels, a message meant to catch your attention. Numbers in many spiritual traditions hold symbolic meanings. For example, seeing the number 1111 might signify that you are in alignment with your soul's purpose, while 333 could be a sign that the angels are surrounding you with love and support. Paying attention to these recurring patterns can open us to receiving messages that guide us toward growth, healing, or new opportunities. Another way synchronicity manifests is through the people we meet and the timing of those meetings. You may be struggling with a personal or professional dilemma, unsure of how to proceed, and then, seemingly out of nowhere, a person enters your life who offers you the exact guidance or support you need. This could be a stranger who shares words of wisdom, a mentor who appears just when you're seeking advice, or even a chance encounter with someone who provides you with an important piece of information. These meetings are not just happenstance. They are part of a larger divine plan, orchestrated by the angels who are guiding you to the people and experiences that will help you grow. One of the most remarkable things about synchronicity is its ability to make us feel connected to something larger than ourselves. When we experience a synchronicity, we often feel that we are part of a grander design, as if our lives are not just a series of isolated events, but rather part of a greater tapestry that is unfolding in a way that is meant to benefit us. The timing, the people, the events, they all come together in a way that feels almost magical, reinforcing the belief that there is a guiding force, an unseen hand leading us along our journey. Angels, in many belief systems, are seen as messengers who work with us to help us stay aligned with our soul's purpose. They offer guidance, protection, and comfort in times of uncertainty, often intervening in ways that are not immediately obvious. Through synchronicity, angels may be sending us signs that we are not alone, that we are being watched over, and that the path ahead is being illuminated for us. These signs are often subtle, appearing as coincidences or meaningful patterns that can easily be overlooked if we are not paying attention. There are times in life when we feel lost, disconnected, or uncertain. During these times, synchronicity can be a powerful reminder that the universe and the angels are always working in our favor. The moments of coincidence are like little breadcrumbs left along the way to guide us, reassuring us that even when things seem chaotic or confusing, there is an underlying order that is helping us find our way. By remaining open to these signs, we can trust that the universe is always providing the answers we need, even if they are not immediately clear. Synchronicities can also offer healing, especially in moments of grief, fear, or sadness. You might be going through a challenging time, struggling with loss or heartache, and suddenly, a series of meaningful events occur that seem to offer comfort and hope. A random encounter with someone who has gone through a similar experience, a message that resonates with your emotions, or a song that brings you peace. These synchronistic moments can serve as reminders that there is healing available to us. They can help us feel that we are being held, that the angels are sending us love and reassurance in our times of need. However, it is important to remember that synchronicities do not always appear in the form we expect. Sometimes they may come as challenges or obstacles that push us to grow or change. A difficult situation might arise that forces us to reevaluate our choices or face something we have been avoiding. At first glance, this may seem like a coincidence or even a misfortune, but when viewed through the lens of synchronicity, it may become clear that this coincidence is exactly what we needed in order to move forward. The angels might be using this event to steer us toward a new path, one that we would not have considered if not for this unexpected turn of events. When we look at life through the lens of synchronicity, we begin to see the beauty and interconnectedness of all things. Every experience, every person we meet, every event that happens, they are all part of a greater design that is meant to help us evolve, grow, and fulfill our purpose. By recognizing the synchronicities in our lives, we begin to align ourselves with this greater flow of energy and guidance, becoming more attuned to the subtle messages from the angels that are guiding us each day. In order to fully embrace the power of synchronicity, it's essential to cultivate a sense of awareness. We must be open to the signs and messages that come our way, trusting that they are not random, but are part of a divine plan. When we begin to see the patterns in the events around us, we can start to understand the deeper meaning behind them. Whether they are signs of encouragement, warnings, or affirmations that we are on the right track, synchronicities serve as reminders that we are being supported and guided every step of the way. As we continue to grow in our awareness of synchronicity, we may find that our lives become more aligned with our true purpose. We begin to trust the flow of events, knowing that each moment is part of a larger, beautiful design. The angels, through synchronicity, are reminding us that we are never alone. They are always present, guiding us toward the experiences, people, and opportunities that will help us fulfill our highest potential.